Good morning. Good morning. We are 2 minutes away from open. Markets gap down about 100 points. NQ's previous day close was at 21,392. It's currently at 21,300. Going to be a little patient. We have negative PPI data. PPI year over year came in at 2.4%, expected to be 2.5. The month over month came in negative 0.5. We have US initial jobless claims, 229,000. Everything's a bit negative. Powell was speaking. Trump just finished speaking at a round table. We have news at 10. The US business inventories and housing market. Trump speaking at 11:40 a.m. 1 minute until market open. Probably stay a little patient today. See if the market wants to go down or up. Still bullish. Still think it's an uptrend because of the 90-day tariff pause. US manufacturing output came in negative. Industrial production came in negative. And markets open. Bitcoin negative 1% on the day. Gonna be a little patient, see if it wants to shoot down. We have a pivot point, really good support at 21,076. That's the key level fib on the tariff news. That's the tariff high, tariff bottom fib, 78.6 fib. Pretty key level. We have resistance at 21,400. Gonna stay a bit patient, maybe wait for the 15-minute opening range. ES pumping up. NQ's down 0.5% on the day. ES down 0.3% on the day. Tesla negative 1%. Tesla. Nvidia negative 1%. Tesla negative 2.5%. Everything's a little negative right now. Got negative news, just trying to stay patient. Wait for the setup. No need to get chopped around. Very negative news today. Still think we're uptrending. Had on Friday the Nvidia chip regulation getting lifted. Over the weekend, 90-day tariff pause on China. Market is still 1,100 points gapped up from Friday's close. Very positive still. Yes, is looking a little weak. Q5 minute. Kind of bullish. Looks like it wants to test, maybe close this gap. We have the gap of previous day close at 21,392. We're 60 points away. On the ES 1 minute, the Williams R 120 day is overbought. The normal RSI is above the MA inside of it, getting to overbought territory. NQ 30 minute is climbing on the Williams R 120 day. RSI is climbing. Still looking bullish. May do an initial pullback though on the start because of this negative news. Negative core PPI. Negative industrial production, more jobless claims, about 2,000 more than expected. Little negative. I still think the news outweighs it though. Stay patient. Only 4 minutes into the market open. It looks like it wants to fill that gap. It's a good day to stay patient. The Russian delegation in Istanbul plans to make a statement. Senior Iranian official: Iran will only ship high enriched uranium abroad if the US lifts sanctions verifiably and effectively. Market's pulling back. Everything coming down a little bit. Nvidia coming down a little bit. Tesla coming down. Amazon down 2.3%. Bitcoin was climbing up, now down 1%. Trying to stay patient. If I had to guess, we're going to pull back to this ES VWAP and then rip it up to close the gap at 21,392. And then maybe in the middle of the day, grind down to this fib at 21,075. NQ 5 minutes, now tapping the 21 EMA. NQ's below the VWAP. I'm gonna throw a long in. ES is pumping up. I think it wants to close this gap up 50. up 100. We saw this gap a little below it.
Order submitted.
I'm gonna sell right before the gap, about 10 points before the gap if it pumps up. Down 100, one contract long. ES is pulling back. NQ 30 minutes looking bearish. NQ 5 minutes looking bearish. We can get a bounce off this 21 EMA on the NQ. We're probably going to the gap fill. Oh, I like this a lot more now. They sent it up here. I like it a lot more. They faked it like it's going down, sent it straight up. A little manipulation. Down 200, one contract. Waiting to add. I'll wait to add until the ES hits the VWAP, then I'll add. Everything's slowly grinding down. This is definitely against trend right now. I still think it's bullish. ES is kind of consolidating, dipping down a little bit. I'm gonna add one and with two contracts long. We have the 200-day SMA at 21,277. You have a pivot point right at close to 21,280. Down 350 so far, two contracts long. Down 600. I'm gonna wait to add till that pivot point in the ES hits the VWAP. Only down 10 points so far. 20. Down 700, down 800. Getting ready to add. Yes, it's coming into the VWAP. NQ's coming into the 200-day SMA and that pivot point.
Order filled.
Added 4 and with 6 contracts long, looking for a bounce. Giving it some room. This account could blow and then I'll rotate. Up 90 and 6 contracts long. Down 300. Up 2, up 3. Looking for a little more pump. For a little more. Would have taken 2. I'm willing to blow this account though, so be a little more aggressive. Up 2, up 6, taking 2, taking 1 more, and with 3, looking for the taking 1 at the 21 EMA bounce. Looking for a little more, looking for the break of the 21 EMA. Looking for more. Taking 1 is looking very weak. NQ 30 minute could flip. NQ 5 minute can go either way. I'm gonna ride with 1. ES is pumping. I'm gonna put a stop in.
Order submitted.
Actually gonna just cancel it. Up 600 so far on the account. May come down. Yes, looks like it wants to go up. NQ 30 may can go either way. NQ still below the VWAP. That's not great. Can still be a negative trade. Trying to wait for the bounce. Yes, is looking a little strong. Liking a lot more. Adding a stop.
Order submitted.
Moving up the stop. Carrying 14 points. Looking for it to test that 21 EMA and then keep going to the high. About to get stopped out.
Order filled.
And stopped. Made $500 in that account, rotating. I trailed it tightly because we had very negative news today and it looks like it wants to come down. Maybe come all the way down about 120 points to this key level fib, 786 fib at 21,075. Say that and now it's pumping again. Could have trailed it a little more loose. It's all hindsight. Locked in the profit, moving on. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. You can make adjustments, you can improve here and there. One minute until the 15-minute opening range. NQ 30 minutes now above the VWAP. Think we're going to fill the gap at 21,392. Looking a little weak. It's hesitating. Cards are indicating that it wants to go fill this gap. The speed of the candle is indicating that it wants to come down. Looking for news. Nothing of significance. No Trump tweets. Hesitating. $15-minute range. Missed the short opportunity. Don't love going short because I still think it's an uptrend. Up 500, rotated accounts, just waiting for another trade, being patient. Still undecided. Don't know which way the market wants to trend today. Go either way. I know there's very good support at 21,075 at that fib. And it looks like it wants to come down. Technically just create a lower high. NQ 30 minutes dropping off. NQ 5 minutes dropping off. ES is still above the VWAP. Little divergence between NQ and the ES. NQ going for the low of day. About to tap that pivot point at 21,280. That pivot point is also the 200-day SMA on the NQ. We had a spike of volatility down. Probably some news. ES full rejected the VWAP, testing the 200 SMA. Russia delegation, we are ready to discuss compromises at talks with Ukraine. Iran president, we believe in dialogue. We won't surrender to threats. Market dipped on the Russia news. Trying to stay patient. ES right back up above the VWAP. Consolidating. Looks like it wants to come down a lot more. Williams are 120 days at neutral position now on the ES, 1 minute. Yes, looks like it found support at the 200 SMA. Bitcoin down 1.7%. NQ down 0.5%. ES down 0.3%. Nvidia down almost 2%. Tesla down 3%. Amazon down 2.5%. ES is bouncing off the 200-day SMA, still not above the VWAP. Impatient. The more it consolidates here, the more I like a long. Could be faking it long to send it lower. Manipulation. Markets are still trending red right now. Overall, we're still in a bullish trend though. NQ just broke through the 21,280 pivot point. ES trying to break through the VWAP. Q testing the 21 EMA. We have yesterday's close at around the 21,392. Call it. Everything turned really bullish after that. It can still create a higher low. I mean a lower low, lower high. Higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This can create a lower high and then send it lower. Negative PPI core data. That coincided with the Trump positive 90-day tariff pause on China. And on Friday, the NVIDIA chip regulation being lifted. Yes, hesitating. I don't know if I believe it. Volatility has been dying at 10:30 a.m. So looking to get a lot more trades in before then. Waiting to see what it does. Seems a little bullish. What do we think, chat? Long or short? What do we think? Yes is now tapping that pivot point at 21,280 again. Yes is shooting up. Breaks this trend line, I'm probably going in long. Adding one long. Up 30, up 50. Yes, broke the trend line. NQ dipping down. Could have been a fake to send it lower. I'll be adding at this pivot point a lot. Down 200, one contract long. Yes, coming down. NQ5 coming down. Fading. Down 300, adding one. Down 400, two contracts long. Adding two more, and with four contracts long. Four contracts long. Q5 minutes hesitating. ES is siding. Getting a bounce off that pivot point. If it holds or if it rejects. Up 100. Up 200. Up 3.
Order
Taking
filled.
one,
Order
taking
filled.
two, leaving two to ride for this trend line break. ES is looking very bullish. It's stuck below this trend line, looking for it to break. Up 300, two contracts. Giving it some room. Little sell pressure. Market's red. Could reject here. Below the 21 EMA. Looking weak. Up 400, up 500, up 600. Taking one at 7. Waiting for the trend line break. ES is trying to break it. NQ yet to. I'll be trailing this all the way up. There's really good consolidation support here. Unless some news comes out. Up 400, one contract. Up 600 in this trade so far. Waiting for the break. May not get it. Okay, since it broke that trend line, I'm putting a stop. Very volatile. I think some news just came out. Giving it some room. May get stopped out. I'm fine with that. Honestly, looking a little weak today. News was negative. About to get stopped out. Bouncing off the 21 EMA. 21,390. Come on. Pumping. Thank you 5 minutes looking bullish. Thank you 30 minutes looking bullish. ES is breaking out the trend line. I'm gonna give this some room. There we go. Up 700 one contract. Up 1,000 total in this trade. I'm gonna leave stop below the 21 EMA and let it ride. See if it goes all the way to 21,390. Okay, move stop. Move stop up to this candle high, securing 24 points. Up 1,000 one contract. Up 1,200 total. Going for high of day. Moving stop up to this high. Carrying 40 points with one contract. Up 1,100. Up 1,300 total in this trade. ES is breaking out. ES is about to fill the gap. NQ gap. NQ gap is around this 21,390. ES is looking a little weak. Pulling back. May get stopped out. Not going to move stop. I'm holding stop at that high. High right here. So we're about to get stopped out. 5 points away. NQ 30 minute looks very bullish. About to get stopped out. Up 900 one contract. Up 1,200 total in the trade. And on bounce. Come on. ES is bouncing. May have just got lucky. ES is bouncing. NQ's coming down a little bit. About to get stopped out. Deciding what it wants to do. Does it want to fill that gap or stop me out? I'm liking the bullish. Very bullish right now. Yes, it's pumping. Let's close that gap. Come on. Go, let's go, let's go. Pump, pump, pump. Yes, it's pumping. I think we're about to close that gap. Don't pull back, come on. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't. Yes, it's pulling back. We may get stopped out. 900, one contract long. Yes, it's pulling back. And we're about to get stopped.
Order filled.
And stopped. Up $1,000 on that account. Rotating. I still like long. Could have gave a little more room. Little more room with that stop. Yeah, it's still deciding. It's consolidating right now, seeing if it wants to go another leg lower. Looking bullish. Very bullish. Anyone take that trade? Anyone? Are we green today, chat? Are we green? Are you making money, chat? Make sure you hold your own convictions. Make sure you trade your own setups. If you're enjoying this crazy market, if you're enjoying 1500 green today, like, subscribe, comment, follow the channel. Live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST. For market open. ES still consolidating. So close to the gap fill. NQ's 30 points away. ES is 7 points away. ES is coming down. That stop doesn't look so bad now. Even though I still think it's going to go all the way to the gap fill at 21,392. Nvidia down 1%, Tesla down 2.6. Everything's negative besides Tesla and Costco. We had negative US PPI data and also negative 229,000 jobless claims. It was expected to be 227,000. A little negative. Very bullish right now. May join another long. Could be baiting me. Be doing a little manipulation. Print it like it wants to go higher, send it lower. Let's move this. Yes, coming down. Q's looking weak. May buy at this pivot point. Staying patient, waiting for the next trade. Volatility's been dying in about 20 minutes, 10:30 a.m. 10:30 to 12:30, it's been dying out. Looking for probably 4 more trades before them. Could take a long. Ukraine's President Zelensky, if a ceasefire could be reached today at a technical level, a meeting with Putin can be skipped. We have Trump speaking at AI UD to Air Base at 11:40 a.m. And Q rejected off the 21 EMA. ES is at the VWAP. NQ 30 minute looks like it wants to send it down. NQ 5 minute looks like it wants to send it down. Trying to wait. Could play a risky long. ES is having a little support at the VWAP. It's to be expected. NQ bounced right off that pivot point at 21,080. ES bounced off the VWAP. Trying to be patient. Trying to be patient. If I had to guess, we're gonna break the lows. Really depends. I was wrong with this prediction. If you guys are trading, hopefully you're green, hopefully you're profitable. Hopefully you're not FOMOing and over trading. Gotta be smart. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. Remember that. Think you're missing along here, there are no missed opportunities, only the next one. And not think like that. Yes, it's coming down. Trying to. Everything's gapped up still, 1,100 points from Friday's close. Trying to be patient. So far, 1,500 and 2 counts. Cross 2 counts. I keep making that mistake. ES is trying to bounce. Market still. NQ's down 0.5%. ES down 0.2. Nvidia slowly grinding down. Everything's really overextended. It still could go to all-time highs on the stock market. But short term, it's still overextended. It's 1,400 points gapped up from Friday's close because of the 90-day tariff pause on China. Just waiting. We had negative news today, negative PPI core data. Just waiting. Waiting for the right trade. Liking a potential short. They could be just consolidating here, printing like they want to go lower, and then send it to the gap fill at 21,392. See. Looking weak. Let me check news. Volatility is dying. Don't love that. NQ's coming down. ES came and bounced off the VWAP again. NQ below the 21 EMA. Waiting for the setup, chat. Waiting for the setup. This is where most traders FOMO. Oh, it's going long. Oh, it's short now. You don't want to overtrade. You don't want to FOMO. You want to wait for your setup. Hold your conviction, be able to hold the red for your risk tolerance that you decide. Oh, a lot to think about. And it's all up to you. That's the beautiful part. You have a losing trade, it's your fault. You have a winning trade, it's your fault. Or as I like to call it, wins and lessons. You either win or you learn. Hopefully that loss doesn't cost too much though. What do we think, chat? ES is bouncing off the VWAP, long or short? Long or short, chat? You're going up or down?
Order
I'll put in long, in with one long, up 70. ES created a higher low. Could be manipulation to send it lower. Market does look like it wants to go lower, so this is like a D setup, up 100, one contract long. EQ tapping that 21 EMA, looking for the break, up 150. I'm gonna pull it there. Made 124. One contract, NQ long. I pulled it because the ES is hesitating and now it's pulling back. I also pulled it quickly because the NQ 30 minute, I'll show you. Look at these wicks. I do not like trading consolidation. and it is like perfectly consolidating right now. It does look like it's going to pump, so hindsight, hell longer, but not risking that. The NQ 5-minute was printing lower, and obviously you can say, oh, you should have held, but all hindsight. Up 1600 today across 3 accounts. Across 3 accounts, up 1600. I'm gonna keep trading this account, only up 124. Looking if I cannot get this to static today, which is about 4,000 more. Looking a little weak. We do have that gap fill. Go either way right here. We have negative news today, but overall positive. That's why you see this choppy action. Market not really knowing what to do. This consolidation though creates some good support. If volatility drops like it has been in the next 10 minutes or so, I may average in a long and just let it play this consolidation zone. The high of the range, the bottom of the range, support, resistance. And then you also got this trend line it's bouncing off of. This could be the breakout though. Could have held longer. Looking back, I didn't like the position the candles were in now. Then I meant. Really looked like, yeah, I just didn't like it. ES created a higher low, so that was the indicator it was going to go higher. Q5-minute also did it. Locked in close to 8 points. Not bad. Yes, it's pulling back a little bit. Check for news. Have that pivot point. It's been acting as support at 21,280. You also have a pivot point and the previous day close, which is a gap fill at 21,392. And then beyond that, we have a pretty good support pivot point at 21,430. The fear and greed index just came out. 71 out of 100 greed for the stock market, 70 out of 100 greed for the crypto market. Trump's rush for AI deal in the Gulf opens a rift with China hawks. Some Trump officials want to slow Nvidia and AMD sales to the Middle East. Yes, it's pumping up. Yes, it's hesitating now, pulling back. Volatility has dropped. Gotta wait for a tweet or Russia to post. Yes, it's pumping now. Really trying to decide what it wants to do. What's up, Nathan? Trading yet? At least sim trading. While we're waiting for a trade setup, make sure you follow, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, hit the reactions. Live every day at 9:30 a.m. for market open. Waiting for a trade, trading the NQ. Could start trading a paper account so you don't risk anything. You gotta buy real data though. I mean, you don't have to, but live markets. Go to Tradevate. You can just sign up and do the simulation. And there's like a free 14-day trial with real market data. And you just keep cycling accounts until you're ready to buy, or you can also buy a subscription to the simulation. I'm gonna throw in a short, and with one contract short. Yes, it's hesitating. It's probably going to go up. Don't like the hesitation though. And with two contracts, up 140. Yeah, that's smart. Up 200, 300, taking one. Took it a little late. Yes, it's coming down. Took it a little late. I looked away. May go all the way to that gap fill, so I'm definitely risking this account. Up 70. In a little room, up 100. Bullish. Yeah, well, the best way to learn, Nathan, is by doing it. Best way to learn anything. Learn a little about it, and then you do it. 50. Waiting to see if it drops more. Up 80. It's holding that 21 EMA so far. Up 200. Taking it. Up 442 in that account. Made about 300. Two contracts. Dipping lower. Up 2,000 so far. Yeah, I mean, I'm planning on making a simulation myself, simulating news, because news creates a lot of volatility, especially if you're going to day trade. And I'm in the process of coding that now. So you guys will be able to, I'm thinking of offering one free credit. Like, you have to sign up to do it. One free credit. You try it out. There's a beginner, pro, and then expert level. And each one is more difficulty. You have to hit certain profit targets to move on to the next level. And you have to buy credits after you use the free credit. And then there'll also be like, I'm planning on doing a mentorship thing, and if you sign up for that, you get some credits for that. There's a bunch of other software I want to build, but That'll be a good way, because everyone's asking me, how do I learn? How do I learn? There's been 4 people, and the more this grows, the more that there's going to be. So I think that'll be perfect. Plus, it'll be built by me, tested by me, and I'll just make sure it's pristine. Like, it's real, it's legit, it simulates real events. Yeah, I still gotta build it though. I have it's semi-workable, but I wanna add the news component to it, and I need to fix a couple things, add a couple things. And I also need to build my website. Could have waited, could have pushed streaming off another month, but I wanted to get started. So there's no possible procrastination. There's no, like, everything will build off of each other. Had little success, little, you know, it'll build. Biking along. Thank you. 30-minute doesn't look great though. We are still overbought slightly on the Williams R 120 day. Normal RSI is above that May. It's a little bullish. These candles are not looking too hot though. Down 0.5% on the NQ. Down 0.3% on the ES. Down 1.5 on the Nvidia. Down 3% Tesla, 3% Amazon. Everything's bleeding besides Costco. Alibaba is down 8%, probably because of China related news. Core PPI was negative. You coincide that, you compare that with the Trump 90-day tariff pause, and also on Friday, the Nvidia regulation being lifted. It's still a bullish trend. That's why the market didn't tank like 300, 400 points with this PPI and negative unemployment data. So that's why it's still being held up. We have a gap fill at 21,392. NQ is about to tap that pivot point at 21,080. Just hit it. We also have another pivot point, big support at 21,075. We have a miniature support before that at 21,200 at this low. This is the key level fib. Just hit this pivot point. Yeah, Nathan, it's hard to find time to build the software though. I'm posting 2 shorts a day. I'm still tweaking the thumbnails. Still need to make thumbnails. Still automating processes. Posting 2 shorts a day on all platforms, streaming all platforms. Trying to stream longer also, so very little time. Liking a potential long. Looks like it's going to drop. Right now, the NQ 30-minute is printing like it wants to go to that 21,075 level. Doubt it's going to do it in a straight shot though. All depending on news. One Trump tweet could be 500 points up or down. So, up $2,000 on the day so far. 3 accounts. Trying to get this take profit account to static. Need 3,500 more. That'll become a funded account. Yes, it's bouncing. Pull this trend line real quick. box. You guys are enjoying the stream. If you're learning something, if you're getting value, if you're learning what not to do, follow the stream, subscribe, like the video, comment. All the engagement you can. I greatly appreciate it. Or just say what's up in chat. It's all good. Whatever you want to do. Or just continue being a ninja watcher and extracting value. I did it for a while. It's fine. Whatever you want. Looks like it wants to come lower. NQ did create a lower high a while ago. Higher high, higher low. Technically. And then a lower high, and now a lower low. If it retakes this pivot point, if the ES retakes the VWAP, I'm probably going to ascend along. See. ES just broke through the trend line on the downside. Not great. Let's see if NQ can hold. Definitely bearish. That can change at any minute though with some news. We have Trump speaking in an hour at 11:40. NQ's bouncing. Top commander of Iran's guard to Trump. The Iranian nation considers you a murderer of the Quds Force Commander Soleimani. Oh, that's a hard word to say. Trump speaking at AI Udeed Air Base at 11:40 a.m. Pretty low volatility right now. ES is printing like it wants to come down. NQ just rejected this trend line. Could still be a wick. Gotta wait for the candle. ES is below VWAP. Trying to overtake it. Yeah, I have a TikTok. You can find it. Go to my about page. All my socials are there. Q's trying to bounce. ES is still below the VWAP. Liking a long. Long has some potential here. I can change at any moment though. Trump targets billions in energy grants for a new round of audits. The more it consolidates here, the more I'm liking long. Volatility has dropped a little bit. Putting in one long. Yes, it's trying to go above the VWAP. It could be a fake out. It could be manipulation to send it lower. Up 50 with one contract. Up 80. It's testing this pivot point. Let's see if it breaks in, goes to the 21 EMA. I'll have a stop. I'll have a profit target of
Order submitted.
EMA test. Up 150, one contract, looking for a break. ES is above the VWAP. Q is trying to break through that pivot point. If it breaks through the pivot point, good chance to go into that 21 EMA. What do you mean, error? $130, one contract long. Looking a little weak. Trying to give it some room. Up 100, up 150 again. Trying to break through that pivot point at 21,280. Only in with one contract. ES is above VWAP. I like it a lot more. NQ 30 minutes, still a little bearish. NQ 5 minutes, printing like it wants to go higher. Looking for the test of the 21 EMA up 200. About to hit it, up 300. Looking for the test of the 21 EMA. 320. About to hit it. About to hit the profit target up 400. Little more. Little more. Little more. Waiting for the spike. May not get there. About to hit profit target and profit target hit. Secured another 429 in that account with one contract. Locked in 30 points. Not bad, not bad. That was a pretty easy, nice trade. Up 2,200 today in 3 accounts. I'm gonna rotate accounts. Leave those alone. Very nice, very nice. Had good indications. NQ 5 minute was curling up like it wanted to at least have a leg up. ES retook the VWAP. I'll see what I mean here. ES was below. I took the trade and then it went above the VWAP and still held. NQ bounced off this trend line. Very good trade. Little awfulness. Who took that trade? Who took that trade? Say me in chat. Say one. Say one. Who went long with me? Hopefully you're not following me. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is only for entertainment and educational purposes only. May do a short. Looking bullish. We do have the previous day close at 21,392 area. And then we have a pretty good resistance level pivot point at 21,430. It's above the pivot point and 21 EMA here, about to test the trend line. May have an opportunity to short at the trend line. Not loving it though. It's already consolidated a lot here. It's kind of coiling up like a snake, ready to pounce, ready to go higher. Could also just slam down to 21,075 where that key level fib is. Gotta stay patient. Gotta stay patient, chat. Gotta hold your convictions, wait for your setups, hold through the red, whatever your risk tolerance is, hold it. Don't FOMO, don't overtrade. Do your setup, do your strategy, do your plan. It's looking weak. It's looking weak. It can change at any moment though. The NQ 30 minutes trying to get above the VWAP. If it does, it's pretty bullish. Bitcoin down 2%. Yes, it's curling over. I'm gonna send too long. In with too long on the NQ. I believe the fourth account. 100. Yes, it's testing the trend line. NQ 5 minutes above the 21 EMA, down 300. I'll be adding when it tests this 21 EMA, and I'll also be adding when it tests this pivot point if it comes down. Down 100. Staying patient. Very slow, non-volatile market right now. ATR is at 22. Looking weak. Coming down, down 400. Waiting to add to till it hits this 21 EMA. Down 300. Two contracts long. Too many contracts on the NQ. Trading the fourth account, not touching the profit. Back to break even. ES is curling over. The more it consolidates here, the more I like it. May consolidate here and then finally break through that trend line. Who's in long? Who's in long? Who's trading with me? You better be careful. Can change any minute. Liking up 80, up 200. Waiting for the break. Waiting for the break before I sell one. May not break. Looks like it has some bullish momentum. NQ is above the VWAP. ES testing the trend line. Liking it. I'm liking it. Testing the trend line again, looking for the break. I'll sell one at these highs.
Order
One
submitted.
limit. Sell one at these highs, up 300, two contracts. Looking for a little more. It's breaking this trend line. I'm looking for a little momentum. Pretty strong right now. May reject it, may come back into the trend line and have a full-on rejection. So you better be careful. You better know your stops, know your risk. I'm willing to blow this account. I know mine. Up 400, two contracts. Who's in with me? Say one if you're in. Up 400. Waiting for the pop to the highs. Yes, it's curling over. Not loving it. It's coming back down. Okay, that's a rejection of the trend line. I'm gonna try and wait to add until this support, this pivot point at 21,280. ES rejected the trend line too. Down 10 points. Down 400. And Q below the VWAP, testing the 200 SMA. Q testing the 221 EMA. About to add.
Order
Adding
filled.
3 and with 5 contracts long. I'll probably full port this account at the pivot point. Yes, tapping off the VWAP. Down 1200. Having a little bounce off the VWAP. I'll be deleveraging some. If it gets above the average, a little more, taking 3 off, letting the 2 run. I'm liking this a lot more now. I'm gonna let these 2 run. I'm gonna sell 1 at these highs if it breaks the trend line. Up 700 with 2 contracts, up 500 in the count because the averaging. Who's in long? Who's in long? Who took this long? Who rode through that red? So far up 2200 on the day. Waiting for this trend line break. May not happen. Up 500 with 2 contracts. Testing the 21 EMA. Giving it some room. It's low volatility right now. Giving it some time, giving it some room. Testing the trend line again. With 2 contracts long, up 700. ES trying to break the trend line, and Q trying to break the trend line. I'm liking this a lot. Liking this a lot. This consolidation zone acting as a lot of support. Going to sell 1 at these highs and then trail the 1 all the way to the gap fill at 21,392. Selling a little before that if it pumps up. Looking a little weak right now. Trying to give it some room. Low volatility. It takes a little more time. Testing that trend line again. Let's see if we get a break now. We have that pivot point at 21,430. We have previous day close at 21,392. And Q just broke through this pivot point. Up 1,000, 2 contracts. About to hit the take profit. 10 points away from the take profit at these highs with the first account. I'm going to put a stop.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
I'm going to put a stop below this trend line. A little lower. Alright, so securing profit, no risk trade now. Just seeing if it wants to have some momentum. If it does not have momentum above this trend line break, I do not want to be in it. Looks like it wants to pump. 10 points away from take profit, target 1. Have another take profit target here.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Limit.
Order submitted.
Sell it here. Carrying 30 points if this hits. The take profit 1 of 1,400 to accounts. About to hit take profit. This barely missed it. Yes, pulling back. Classic. 1 point away from take profit. And it pulls back. Classic, classic. Moving stops up. Moving stops to high right here. This candle high. Securing.
Order filled.
Profit target hit. Profit target 1 hit. Let me
Order
fix the
canceled.
stops.
Order submitted.
Putting stop at this high. 1 contract 700. Up 1,200 in this account so far. That's right. Money, 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 money. Waiting to see if we go for the hive day or the gap fill. Looks like it wants to pull back, giving it some room. Not going to move the stop, securing 30 points. Very green day so far. Looking for more, looking for more. Up 700, 1 contract. Yes, is hesitating. I'm gonna move stop to the true high.
Order filled.
And stopped out. Made 1,066 in that account. Not bad, not bad.
Order canceled.
Had to hold through some red. Very good. Could take a short. Trend is still bullish to me, so I really don't want to take a short here. Just trading in this chop zone. Chop, 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 chop. I am going to switch accounts. Lock in that profit of 3,200 for the day across 4 accounts. Could be more, could be more. Green day, not bad. Looking for some more trades. Gain any value, make sure you like, subscribe, follow the channel, comment, or just speak in the channel. It's fine. You don't have to subscribe, but say what's up. Say one if you're enjoying. Say one if you're gaining some value, learning what not to do, what to do. We have this gap fill at 21,392. We have this pivot point as support at 21,280. We have Trump speaking in 40 minutes at AI Quadad Air Base. Looking pretty bullish. Slowly grinding up, very low volatility right now. NQ down 0.3%. ES down 0.1. Tesla down 3%. Nvidia down 1.3. Meta down 1.5. GameStop down 4%. Alibaba down 8%. Bitcoin down 1.5%. ES is breaking out. Looks like ES is gunning for that gap fill. And Q is gunning for that gap fill. Looking a little weak. Really don't want to send a short. Normally would have put a short here. That gap fills 60 points away. Kind of don't want to be against it. Does look like it's going to pull back. Impatient. Very low volatility, best to be patient if you're unsure. ES about to create a new high for the day. Gunning for that previous day close. I'll be starting a heavy short. Probably start a short near the previous day close, knowing that that account can blow, and I'll start an Apex account at the pivot point up here. This pivot point at 21,430. I'll begin an Apex account with like 5 contracts if that account blows. I'll be entering a short here. I'll make sure not to touch those accounts. This is a high risk short if it comes up. Very high risk short. Up 3,200 across 4 accounts. Just staying patient, not over trading, no FOMO. There's no opportunity missed. Only the next one. Staying patient, staying patient. NQ create a new high. Gotta touch this gap. Doesn't have to, but got to. The 300K accounts. See the 300K? Two below the 495 profit account. The 150K accounts are take profit trader accounts. The 300K accounts are Apex prop firm accounts. I'm trading through a prop firm on NQ futures. You're still 16, right? So you won't be able to join. If I remember correctly, I might be confusing your age with someone else. I believe you need to be 18. You might be able to, I don't know. Not sure, let me look. Looking weak. It could be printed lower to fake out all the shorts and then send it high to the gap. We are 40 points away from the gap fill at 21,392. Yeah, you must be 18 years or older to sign up and use the services. You could trade under a parent's name to a fund, a custodial account, but this is strongly discouraged. It is considered illegal to trade under someone else's name. And if the prop firm discovers your account, and you will probably be banned from trading. If you're 16. If you're 18, you're fine. I may have links tomorrow. I don't know. We'll wait and see. NQ pulling back now below the trend line. Maybe pull back to the 21 EMA. I really think it's going to test this gap fill. I mean, it's 40 points away. Unlikely they'll stop here. Not impossible though. Might consolidate here, fake out all the shorts, and then send it higher. Market's close to going green on the day. ES flat and Q down 0.1%. ES closed the gap fill from yesterday's close. NQ did not. I will be shorting, saying a take profit account short here at the previous day close when it closes the gap. This is a very high risk short though, and I understand the account is probably 60% chance of being blown. And if that happens, looks like it's about to test the gap. If that happens, I will be putting the 300K Apex account right after. Looking bullish. It's going to be a little choppy, or they're just going to pop it up real quick. Looks like they're popping it up. On, spike up, spike up. Check for news. Russia and Ukraine talks can be delayed in Istanbul till tomorrow. No Trump tweets. Ready to send a short on this quick volatility spike to the previous day close at 21,392. Getting ready. Yes, fill the gap, waiting for the NQ to fill the gap, waiting to send a short. Just being patient. You're in long, it's looking very nice. You're in short, good luck. ATR is 19, slowly dropping. Yes, is pumping up. Very slow, low volatility. Very slow. Only takes 1 minute. One little quick volatility pop. Hit this previous day gap fill. Waiting for it. Staying patient. Let me zoom out. Now and see. We have the next pivot point beyond 21,430 is is around 21,520. This is very high risk. Up 3,200 and 4 accounts. Low volatility, waiting for the volatility spike to close this gap at 21,900, 21,392. May do it here. It is trying. We have a pivot point right below there. That's the previous day close on TradingView. This is the previous day close on NinjaTrader. Looks like it wants to spike up. ES is pumping up. NQ 5 minutes looking good. NQ 30 minutes breaking out of the trend line. Already broke it. Waiting. It's about to close the gap. Very low volatility. Usually it's already spiked up. 1 point away from closing the gap. Close the gap. Gap is closed on NQ. Looking for a little overextension. May not get it. Market's pulling back. They usually overextend. They don't usually hit it perfectly and then bounce. And then pull back. For a little overextension. We have the day highs. Or this is the pre-market high at 21,412. Trying to wait. Yes, looks like it wants to take another leg up. The Williams are 120 days overextended. RSI is overextended. Everything's getting overextension territory. Check for news, about to send a short. Putting one in, start a short. Looking for a volatility spike a little more. This is a very high risk trade. Very high risk trade. Looking at more than just one contract. Looking for a little higher up. May pull back here. Looks like it's trying to pull back. I'm gonna send one more in with 2 contracts short. Up 50, up 100. Looking weak. It may shoot for the hive market, hive pre-market at 21,412. Up 200, 2 contracts. I think it wants to go higher. Could be the pullback though. Up 300. News. And with 2 contracts short. Up 200 so far. Yes, looks like it wants to take another leg up. Everything looks like it wants to go higher. Could be propping it up like that to send it really low. Send it to this 21 EMA, this trend line. Trying to be patient, very low volatility. That could change in any moment. Staying patient. We have that pivot point at 21,430. Player wants to go higher. $150. Gotta be patient. Hit this previous day gap fill. Now trying to break it again. Down 100. Adding 2. And with 4 contracts, knowing that this account can blow down 400. If this account blows, I will be going to an Apex 300K. With 4 contracts short. The pre-market high is this green line. Green line at 21,412. We have a pivot point at 21,430. I'll keep that in mind and average in the rest there. For a little more, prefer to touch that previous market high, pre-market high. Adding full porting,
Order filled.
full porting, 15 contracts. 1,000 away from blowing. May want to touch this pivot point without a pullback. I'm ready to switch to an Apex. Down 1,000. $150 up to 100. Taking some off.
Order filled.
Even 5. Taking 2 more. Letting these 3 go. Taking 1. Okay, I'm gonna let these go. Should really be holding 5 here, but I deleveraged, de-risked, and if it comes up to that pivot point, I can now full port again. I would be fine with up 600 with 2 contracts, up 100 in the account because the averaging. Paying for a little more. Should have been holding 5. Sold a little too aggressive. I'm gonna draw a fib. Looking bullish. I don't know if we're gonna get more of a pullback, which is all right. This previous day gap fill, previous day close is acting as support for now. Looking for it to break. Up 800, up 200 in the account. Just waiting for these to fall. In this first level on the fib. And Q 5 minute looks like it wants to drop. Up 300 in the account, 1200 on the contracts. Looking for more of a drop. May take a while. First level on the fibs, acting as support. So it wants to come down. ES is coming lower. Hesitating.
Order
I'm gonna take
filled.
one off. Actually add it.
Order filled.
Taking two. I mistakenly added to the short there, so I just took two off. And with one, waiting for the drop, probably this high, this trend line. Mismanaged a little bit, up 300 in the account. It's now pushing back up. Tapping the previous day close again, down 100, one account, one contract. Looking for this to pop up, create a lower high, and then send it back down. Pretty overextended right now. Could not follow that and keep pumping though. I'm ready to add. Adding too short. Down 500 with the three contracts short. ES is pumping up. We have that pivot point. I'll be full porting at this pivot point if it hits it. It may overshoot it. I'm looking for this to create a lower high, send it lower. What I want.
Order
And with
filled.
two more and with five. Might have been too soon to add, but the ES is having a little, pulling back a little bit. Market did turn green. Down two contracts. Down 400, five contracts short. Yes, looks like it wants to pull back. I'm gonna hold. Risking this account, it's fine. Yes is coming down. Stops here, just create a lower high, and I love that. Liking this a lot. Up 1,000, 5 contracts. Waiting for more of a break. Waiting for more of a break. More of a pullback. Gotta stay patient. Little support right here at the previous day close. Up 1,000 with 5 contracts. Impatient. Q5 minute looks like it wants to drop, and Q 30 minutes printing low red. Yes, it's trying to find support. Just giving it a little time. We also have market trying to turn red again. A lot of support. May break, may not. This is technically a lower high, so it should create a lower low. Doesn't have to. Love this trade setup though. Higher high into a higher low into a lower high. Love that setup. This is a A+ setup for me. $1,200. I'm gonna take one off. I added again. Damn. Just managing these hotkeys. I'm gonna take 2 there since I added 1. Treasury Department issues Russian related general license. Somehow I'm in a trade short here. I'm gonna take this off. Back to my other account. Hey, Gilbertson. Waiting for the break. I'm gonna sell one more. Don't like how it's hesitating. I'm gonna sell one more.
Order filled.
And with 2 contracts short, up 3,000 in this account so far. I'm gonna cut it loose. Made 2,800 in that account. Trading all this. Somehow, this account, I don't even know how this account got traded, but started a short. I don't even know. Don't even know. Got rid of all this, basically erased this profit. Up 200 in that account now, but up 3,000 in that account, so it's fine. What are we? 2, 3, 5, 5,800 so far. Across 5 accounts. Mismatched high keys a little bit. Somehow got in short in the other account. I don't even know how that's possible, but didn't even select that account. If you enjoy that chaos, if you enjoy the mistakes, but still making money off that short, like, follow, subscribe. I'm live every day at 9:30 a.m. market open. Enjoying the value. Say what's up. Say 1 in chat if you took that short. That was a high risk short. Luckily didn't blow the account and go to the apex. So far, 0 blown accounts today. Super green. Looking bullish. You gotta start trading, Gilbertson. If you want to do it. Coming back here means you're interested. I was telling Nathan that I'm already in the process of coding a simulation for new traders. See if they got what it takes. Gonna have a beginner level. You're gonna have 1 free credit, and then you're gonna have to buy credits, or if you join, I'm thinking of a mentorship. If you join that mentorship, you get a certain number of free credits to that simulation every month. It's gonna be beginner. If you pass that profit target, then you go to pro and then expert. And then if you pass expert, I'm thinking of making a customizable version where you can set any parameter you want. That'll be good for you guys if you want to try it out, see if trading's right for you, seeing if it's something you even want to do. Still got coded though. I already have a working version somewhat, but need to implement the news and a couple tweaks, add a couple things, add an SMA, just add some more customizable stuff to the chart. Looking weak. Pumping up. Could be a fake out to send it lower. Could be some manipulation. NQNES turned green. Q up 0.07%, so barely up. ES is up 0.1%. Nvidia down 0.7%. Tesla down 2.4%. Alibaba is down 7.7%. Bitcoin's down 0.7%. Liking another short potentially. NQ 5-minute looks like it wants to go higher, but I'm unsure. Very low volatility. ATR is at 18. Trump is speaking in 1 minute. He's scheduled to be speaking at the Quad Air Base. AI. Not liking any setup. It's pretty overextended right now without any major pullback, which it doesn't have to. It could grind up all day today, the rest of the day. About to touch that pivot point at 21,430. No real setup I love right here. Could do a short knowing that it's a little overextended. Very low volatility. Looks like it wants to go higher. The ES is trying to go higher. Very low volatility, slow market. Coming down. Waiting for a setup. Up 5,800 across 5 accounts. No reason to FOMO, no reason to overtrade. No blown accounts today. Just staying patient. Rid of these. Clean up the chart a bit. And Q's at that pivot point now. Market's turning green. Nvidia is still down 0.6%. Tesla down 2%. Amazon down 2%. Meta down 1%. No news, no Trump tweets. The next pivot point to the upside is at 21,477. Upside about here. I'll be looking for another short if we can get some volatility in these candles up. So far it's just a slow grind up. Market pulling back. For the fib. No real setup to take right now. Market's above that gap. Looks like it wants to go higher. It's above all the SMAs, MAs, VWAP. Slowly grinding up after reaching that previous day high. Trend is up, market is green, NQ up 0.2%, ES up 0.3%. Tesla down 2 still. Slowly grinding up. Trump should be speaking. Vice President J.D. Vance delivers remarks at an annual National Peace Officers Memorial Service. Slowly grinding up. Trump is not speaking yet. Looks like he wants to go higher. We'll see. Gas is pulling back. I'm gonna put 2 in short, and with 2 short, gas is pulling back up 200. May bounce off this trend line. It's not a fully valid trend line. The ES is falling. Q 5 minutes looking weak. Up 350 with 2 contracts short. Up 450, taking one at that trend line. Gonna hold the other for this 21 EMA bounce.
Order submitted.
Up 500 in the account so far. 300 with 1 contract short. May bounce. Like it's bouncing off that trend line for now. Few 5 minutes looking weak. Yes, is pulling up a little bit. Give it some room. It's low volatility. It's going to take some time. What's up, Nathan? You made 2,800 while you were gone in an account. Some others. We shorted this high and went to the previous day close at 21,392. Shorted all this and then shorted this. Head up 2,800 on the account up. We're in short currently, up 320 in the count so far, waiting for this trend line break. It may bounce off the trend line and go negative. That's what it's doing currently. Looking strong, looking like it wants to go higher, maybe to this pivot point at 21,470. Up 80 so far with 1 contract, up 316 in the account because I sold 1 contract. Testing the trend again, the trend line, 170. I have a profit target at these 21 EMA. Yes is coming down. Giving it some time. Low volatility. It's going to take some time if it is going to break this trend line. It may not. It may bounce. We will see. Looking weak. Trying to break this trend line. ES is rolling over, up 300 with 1 contract. Trying to break this trend line. May just be a wick. Up 400 in the account so far. Follow, like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying the ride so far. Just move the take profit to the true 21 EMA test. Actually, since it broke the trend line, I'm going to trail it with a stop.
Order submitted.
I'm just going to put stop break even. Stop's only 4 points. Missing out on a little profit if it goes to the 21 EMA and bounces, but I'm liking the potential for this trend line break and it to just drop off a cliff. Just go straight down. Take a lot of time though, up 300 with 1 contract. Coming back up, I'm gonna lock in profit. About to get taken out. Yes, looks like it wants to go higher. Move stop to the high of the candle. About to get the take profit. About to get the stop hit. And out. Out with 363 in that account. Not bad, not bad. Trying to overtake the pivot point at 21,430. This comes up and creates a lower high. I'm probably going to send another short because it created a higher high, higher low. If it creates a lower high, I'm going to send it short. Overextended right now. Could come down to this trend line, could come down to the 50%. Has not tapped the 21 EMA yet. Indeed, W, indeed. Green day, no blown accounts. I'm gonna be a little more aggressive. I want to lock in and trade a little more. Very low volatility right now. It is 12 o'clock. Trump should be speaking, if not already soon. Trump is not speaking yet. I want to take it long. Sending 2 long, sending 3. In with 3 long. Same account. ES is pumping up above the pivot point. ES is trying to break this pivot point. May get rejected and send it down to this 21 EMA. Up 70. I'm not loving this short. This is like a D setup. Honestly, like a F, but I want to be a little more aggressive. ES is coming down. Be careful with this long. Not underestimate this long. It's overextended. This creates a lower high. It's coming all the way down, most likely. At least to this support that previous day closed at 21,392. Hesitating up 100. Hesitating. Very low volatility. Taking 1. Looking for more of a pop. Taking 2. Very, very weak. And taking it out. Done. Up another 300 in that account for 621 total. Up 5. What is that? 550, 800, 6,400 across 6 accounts.
Order filled.
Standing too short. The account has very low, pretty low drawdown, so it could blow. Liking the chance of a short though. Taking one. I took one quickly like that at 300 because this account has very low drawdown. I'm going to take the other when it spikes to the 21 EMA. When it pulls back to the 21 EMA. Going to put a stop.
Order submitted.
Put a stop on this account. It has very low drawdown. Don't want to risk anything. About to get stopped out. Looking for more of a pullback. Looking to take it at the 21 EMA. A little room. A little room. Moving stop below this pivot point. Carrying 5 points. Looking to take it out of the 21 EMA. About to get stopped. And up 150. One take away from stop and stopped out. Up 240 in that account. Up 6,600 for the day across 7 accounts. Not bad, not bad. It's above that pivot point currently, just consolidating around the 21,430 pivot point. We have a pivot point to the upside at 21,470. And we have support at the previous day close that was a gap and it got filled at 21,392. It is overextended right now. The NQ 30 minute could be curling over. Looks like it wants to go higher, but it could be the start of the curl over. Hey, want to come pull back. Going to switch accounts. Don't want to touch. Not sure. Not sure which account I want to go to. Go to looking bullish. If you're enjoying all this profit, if you're enjoying all the green, if you're making money with me, if you're trading with me, if you're just learning, if you're getting any value, like, comment, subscribe to the video. Say what's up. Put a 1 in the chat if you're trading with me. Put a 2 in the chat if you're a ninja watcher and just watching. See if you want to join all this madness. It's a crazy game. You can basically equate it to a video game. Looks like it wants to go up to that pivot point at 21,470. Yes, it's climbing. And let me remove this. This. It's ranging right now. But look for another short when it hits the top of this range and this pivot point. Create a new high. Really consolidating above that pivot point at 21,430. Looks like it wants to push higher. Very low volatility, waiting for the setup. No reason to FOMO, no reason to overtrade. Slowly grinding up to that pivot point. Currently stuck in between a range and both pivot points here. Pulling back. It's pulling back to the bottom of this range and pivot point. Yes, it's pulling back. And Q did just create a higher high. No real trade to take. Could go in short if it breaks this, doesn't just wick through, but if it's a true break. But you also have this pivot point right here and this 21 EMA. So there's a lot of support. Yes, stuck in the range as well. Q 30 minute looking top heavy. Williams R 120 day on that Q 30 minute is overbought. Normal RSI overbought. The ES 1 minute it's overbought. And the RSI is below the MA inside of it, which is a little bearish. The NQ is up 0.2%. ES is up 0.3%. Nvidia slowly grinding up, was down 2%, now down only 0.4%. Tesla was down 2.5% or 3%, and now down 1.7%. Amazon down 2.6%. MicroStrategy down 3.8%. Bitcoin down 0.4%. And Q's tapping the bottom of that range. Wicking through it, about to test that 21,430 pivot point. If it holds as support or if it breaks it and it turns into resistance. Yes, hit the bottom of the range and is pumping up. Just staying patient, not over trading, staying patient. No FOMO. No reason to trade something you don't like. Very low volatility. It's going to take a while for the moves to happen unless news. Waiting for a trade. Staying patient. This is the hardest part. Waiting for a trade. Liking it more to the downside because it's so overextended. I would like to see it break out of this range, break through the 21 EMA and the pivot point. Looks like NQ just created a higher low. See if we can test this pivot point. Probably send a short at this pivot point. Very low volatility though. Very low volatility. Yes, it's coming down. I'm gonna throw 3 in. Actually, only 2. Yes, it is coming down pretty heavy. I'm gonna go 3. In with 3 short. Could come back up and go all the way 40 points higher to that pivot point at 21,470. May go all the way up there, down 300 so far, 3 contracts short. This is a pretty risky short right here. We have the 21 EMA. We have the pivot point below, right above the 21 EMA. ES does look like it wants to go lower. NQ 30 minute looks like it wants to roll over. Video's pumping up. Trying to wait, trying to stay patient. This is a risky setup. May pay off. Trying to break that trend line. Not able to break it yet. May pump up. Gotta be patient. Very slow, low volatility market. Trend is still up. This is against trend, but it is overextended by around 150 points without a major pullback. Does not have to. Down 500 with 3 contracts. Yes, looks like it wants to come down. Gotta stay patient. Hold your conviction. Hold through the red. Up 100. Up 120. I'm going to take one. A little more. Take one at this 21 EMA. And take one there. Little more and I'll take another. Looking for a little more. Thank you. 30 minutes looking weak. That can change though. $200 with 2 contracts. Waiting for the break of this pivot point. We have resistance at that pivot point with the 21 EMA. And if it's going to break. So far it's bouncing. With 2 contracts short. Bouncing off that range. Who's taking this short? Yes, is bouncing a little bit, found a little support. Down 200. Hitting that trend line. Check for news. TAR Wealth Fund plans to invest $500 billion in the U.S. over 10 years. Speaker Johnson said we're still on a path to pass Trump tax bill next week. Down 100, 2 contracts. 60. Looking for it to break the 21 EMA and that pivot point at 21,430. For a pullback. More consolidates here, the more becomes bullish. Yes, is coming down, about to test the 21 EMA again and the pivot point, see if we break it. Up 140. Up 140 again. 200. Waiting for the drop. A hard wait. This is a hard short if you're in. It's a very hard short. more it consolidates here, the more it's coiling like a snake, ready to go to that pivot point at 21,470. Gotta be careful. Gotta know your risk. Up 150. 2 contracts short. Looking for a pullback. Looking for the break of the 21 EMA. Yes, trying to create a new low. Very low volatility. It's going to take a minute. It is going to pull back. It's a hard hold. Very hard hold. Looking more and more bullish. Only reason I'm still holding and not cutting it. NQ 5 minutes looking weak. NQ 30 minutes looking top heavy. Up 300. Trying to break through the pivot point. Looking for a little more. ES is falling. The NQ to follow. Up 400. 10 points. Looking for more. Looking for more. NQ 30 minute just went red. May bounce up and retake. Could have took one there. Really wanted more. Little greedy. Little bit of greed. Trying to overtake that 21 EMA and pivot point again. Yes, and NQ 30 minute looking weak. Back to negative. Should have cut one off there. Fine. We'll be adding when it touches that range again. Pretty bullish right now. The fact that it didn't have a more of a pullback. Pretty bullish. That is a higher low technically. Waiting to add. It's pretty bullish, so I'm going to be a little more aggressive to get out, knowing that this account could blow. Wait until it hits that range. A little higher. A little higher. It's a very hard short. Looking for the spike to the range, about to add. A little more. It's pulling back. Q 5 minutes looking bullish. Q 30 minutes kind of eh. Pulling back. Wish it would have hit that range before doing this. We'd be out. I would have added like 10 contracts. We'd be out right here. Probably wait to add now until it hits this high. These highs. Looking very bullish. It wants to hit that pivot point at 21,470. Pull back to 1,000 points down would be nice right now. Very hard long, chat. Very hard long. Low volatility so far in the trade. 12 minutes. Down 600 to up 400. Now down 300 again. With 2 contracts short. Looking for the break of the 21 EMA and 21,430 is a pivot point. Yes, it's pulling back. Q 30 minutes looking weak. Green again 100. Yes, it's tanking. Green again 300. Waiting for the break. No new news. No Trump tweets. I do not love this now. If that was just a fake volatile to the downside to shoot it all the way up, I do not like that. Up 200. I'm going to take one at 2 and put a stop.
Order submitted.
I'm going to put a stop break even. So in the profit with 2 contracts up. Curing 285 in this account. Yes, looks like it's falling. NQ 30 minute looks like it's falling. It's at this pivot point, might wick up and stop us out. Very hard short. I do not love this consolidation here. More consolidates here, more bullish I am. One take away from being stopped out. And stopped. Up 217 in that account through all that. Not amazing. No blown accounts though so far today. Pretty good. Just slowly grinding down. Very low volatility. Up 6,800 today on 2, 4, 6, 8 accounts. 6,800 across 8 accounts today. Not bad, not bad. Over trading a little bit right now if I were to get in another trade. Gotta hold your convictions, gotta wait for the setup. I like this break, and it did break off this range. The pivot point right here and the 21 EMA acted as support and just propped it up. It's currently consolidating above that, which is bullish. We're currently up around 130 points from this low when it started grinding up without a pullback. These little pullbacks are nothing. More consolidates here, the more bullish it is. I think the market's getting over the PPI data and the unemployment negative data from this morning. I think the Trump and Nvidia news are overtaking it. Nvidia just turned green today for the first time, was down 3%. ES is pumping up. And Q's following. I'm glad I got out of that short. And Q trying to make a new high for the day. Having a little divergence between the NQ and the ES. ES is a little ways away from making a high for the day. NQ is trying to make a high for the day. If you like all this craziness, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow the channel. Live every day at 9:30 a.m. for market open. Trading the NQ futures. Keeping up with all this news. You have that pivot point at 21,470. I'm not going to take a short there though, because it is coiling and consolidating right here. So there's a lot of support. Could make 20 points. It's more of a risky short, to be honest. We are definitely uptrending since this morning. Waiting for the next setup. It's pretty bullish right now. NQ 5 minutes breaking out. NQ is about to hit this pivot point. Pretty bullish. NQ create a new high for the day, about to hit this pivot point back in the range. Hey, Diplomat. How you doing? Up. $5,000, 58, 64, like 6,800 across 2, 4, 6, 8, 6,800 across 8 accounts. 13-hour workday. Yeah, I've been working 16-hour days. Pretty much all day, every day. No real breaks, to be honest. I work out, sleep, eat, work, and shower. Tap that pivot point at 21,470, and now it's pulled back. Looks still bullish. Yes, looks like it wants to go higher. NQ 30 minute looks like it wants to go higher. Where's the pivot point beyond that? We have a pretty good resistance level at 21,577. We're here. Yeah, it was down 3%. Now it's up 0.5%. It's currently up 0.44%. Everything was just down because of negative PPI data this morning, and we also had negative unemployment. Unemployment was expected to be 227,000. Came in at 229,000, low negative, but the Trump tariff 90-day pause on China and the Nvidia regulation on the chips being lifted on Friday just overrided it. And it was a little choppy, little negative first half of the day, and now just a slow grind up. Yeah, that's not always a bad thing. The higher the volume, when it pumps up, the more people that buy. I mean, not always, but that's kind of how it goes. The more people that buy, the more retail that buys, and they're prone to panic selling. So the quicker you'll come down. The low volatility, the higher it goes, means the, softer landing it's going to be. Usually, nothing's 100%. It's up to you. It's your money. I would like to secure some profits, but I FOMO. I mean, it's up to you. NQ is tapping this pivot point, trying to break it. NQ's at day high. ES is not close to day high. ES is 5 points away. Nathan, what are you laughing about? What are you laughing about, mate? Think this is a game, man. We're printing, fam. Could take a short here. It's just a slow grind up. Very slow grind up. Actually going to keep this middle line. It's kind of respecting it. Low volatility. No real trade to take right now. Could start a short. I heard of it. Do you know app called Stockwits? Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't used it. Why? Why do you ask? Thank you. Just slowly grinding up. Everything's just slowly going up. Bitcoin finally slightly green on the day, 0.1%. NQ up 0.5%. ES up 0.5%. How much are you up, Diplomat? You put in 40,000. How much are you up now? Do you only use this one? What do you mean by this one? Do you mean the NQ? You're up 1k euros in Nvidia, but my stock is up 2.4k dollars currently. I thought you said you put in 40k and you were up like, okay. So that means you're only up 1% or 0.5%. Excuse me. Yeah, Nathan, I just trade the NQ. For now, I'm thinking of doing a stream trading all the market opens. The UK Open, the Japan Open, the China Open, the Australian Open. Just all the stock market opens. Not sure. Yeah, that would be interesting. Are you actually up 9.7%? Just on a slow grind up. Could take a short. Not really liking it. Like it would work. My average is 124 for Nvidia, but I also have a smaller position, which is 132 or something. That's why. Okay. Yeah, it's only at 136. It's up to you. You can think about it in two ways. That's 2.4K in your pocket. It took 4 months, but that's an extra. Not sure how much you make a week. I mean, that's an extra paycheck. That's extra month's wage potentially. Well, it went to 90 while I had an average of 124. Looking bullish though. Looks like it wants to take another leg up. Maybe touch the high of that range. It's up to you. Your decision. It's your money, your life circumstances. You're the only one that can make that decision, you know. I'm not gonna tell you to do anything. I can talk to you, give you advice, but ultimately it's your decision. See, the way you're talking, you have an emotional level amount of money, like I said yesterday. Like the way it's like messing with your emotion and you're checking it every day. That means you have a little too much overextension for your current lifestyle. That means like if anything wrong goes in your life, I mean you have that as a cushion, but you're worried that if that goes negative, you won't be able to sell it and take care of it, you know? That's what at least it tells me. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Never know. You just seem very emotional about it, you know? You really don't want to be in the mindset of being emotional during trading. See you later, Nathan. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying what's up. Hopefully you gain some value. See you tomorrow, hopefully. No real trade to take. NQ's above that. 21,470 pivot point. Not really liking it long. It's up 200 points from the low without any pullback. There's a good amount of consolidation for support. U.S. Secretary Rubio said the level of teams sent by the Russian side does not indicate a breakthrough. We will see what happens in the Friday talks and then decide on a timeline for a possible Trump-Putin meeting. The UAE president, the UAE is to invest in U.S. energy, technology, and chips. The U.S. wants to discuss Market. Okay. The U.S. wants to discuss agriculture and economic security in UA trade talks. UAE President Trump, we are keen to continue enhancing the friendship between our nations for both of our benefit. Volatility is just dead. No volatility right now. Up 6,800 on 8 accounts. Could take a long here. Looks like it's bouncing. Yeah. It's a really risky long. We're up 200 points without a significant pullback from the lows. Yeah, I'm just going to stay patient. Not FOMO, not overtrade. There is no missed opportunities. There are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. No missed opportunities, only the next one. If you're liking the stream, if you're getting value, make sure to follow, subscribe, comment, hit the reactions on YouTube. I'm live every day at 9:30 for market open. Volatility has been dropping around 10:30, so I've been trading a little more aggressive. Today I didn't blow any counts, all green, which is great. Last couple days I've blown accounts. Still ended up green. ES is looking weak. May want to go for the high of day though. Really don't want to go against trend. It is trending up, slowly grinding. US also wants to address economic security, a term frequently used to refer to concerns about China's economic dominance in specific sectors and supply chains, as well as a digital issue. According to the source, the issues were raised by the US in a recent document shared with the EU, as both sides seek to accelerate negotiations on a potential trade deal. EU Trade Commissioner confirmed Thursday that the two sides are currently exchanging ideas and positions, but declined to comment on the US document. NQ's pumping. Trump tweet. ES is making a new high for the day. Up 6,800. There's no reason to FOMO, no reason to overtrade. Very low volatility. ATR is at 13. It is 1 o'clock. 3 hours till market close. NQ looks like it wants to go higher. ES just created a new high. Just waiting for the right setup. Not liking anything so far. Bitcoin's up 0.2% on the day. NQ's up 0.4% on the day. ES up 0.4%. Nvidia up 0.3%. Tesla down 1%. Google about to go green on the day. Amazon down 2.3%. Meta down 1%. Netflix up 2.5%. Alibaba down 8%. Just a slow grind up. No volatility, just slowly grinding up. Market shook off that negative PPI core data this morning and the negative unemployment data. The Trump 90-day tariff pause and the Nvidia regulation being lifted just overrided that negative news today. Tomorrow, we have at 8:30 the US House starts. That's pretty big. We also have the University of Michigan sentiment prelim at 10 a.m. That's a market mover, as well as the 8:30 a.m. House starts. The Trump administration official, the Treasury in the coming weeks is likely to issue general license covering a broad range of economic tied to rebuilding. This is something to look at. This is a smart money / dumb money confidence, or as I like to call it, the institutional or retail. The institutional at the bottom of the market already bought, while the dumb money, aka retail, already sold and panic sold everything at the bottom. And now the retail, aka dumb money, is almost at the all-time highs, while institutional is halfway done selling. So just an indicator to use and to look at. Gaining value. If you learn anything, make sure you follow the channel, subscribe, like the video. Looking at a trade soon. Maybe at the high of this range, I'll short. I also really don't want to be against trend. Trend is up right now, just slowly grinding up. Don't love trading low volatility either. ES is climbing. No real trade to take right now, just being patient. Very low volatility. No reason over trade. No setup. Could start a short at this high range. Don't really love that either. That's like a E setup. Pretty high risk. Low risk because it's low volatility and you can average around it and get out, but don't love that trade. Market just slowly grinding up. And Q just going nowhere. All the volatility is dried up. Waiting for a spike. Meantime, we're in the midst of it. Forgot to draw these. Looking weak. DYOR on a slow grind up. Yes, it's pulling back a little bit. I don't really want to be against market though. This would be a very risky short. Probably would work. Yes, it's coming to the previous high. That's support. Maybe could scalp 10 points. Really not liking it. Could join this grind up, but I think that'll be over soon. May not though. Trump is done speaking with the UAE president. There is no more news today. Fed bar speaking at 2:05, but usually doesn't mean anything. Not really one of the movers. Yes, coming down. And Q coming down. See how it reacts around the 21 EMA and the pivot point at 21,470. No real trade to take, chat. How are we feeling? Long, short, stay out of this low volatility market. 1 for short, 2 for long. I flipped it around. Not liking this at all. There's really no trade to take here. May wrap the stream up. There's no volatility. NQ's going nowhere. I'm liking a potential short. Want to slow grind up though. Trying to get a couple more trades in. I'm gonna wrap early today. NQ is going nowhere. It should drop off, to be honest. It's up from the bottom 200 points. Going to slow grind up right now. I'll be live tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for market open, probably a little before. We'll go over, might start the stream early for the housing start at 8:30 a.m. We'll see. At 10 a.m. we have also other news. The University of Michigan sentiment should bring a lot of volatility. I'll be very aggressive, risking a lot of accounts, so make sure you're there. 9:30 a.m. EST for market open. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything, if you gain any value, please follow, subscribe, like the video. I'll be live again tomorrow, and I'll see you guys there. Peace.